Hey everybody, Andy Ryder here with Project Lab. Michael Carnwright on YouTube asks, any progress on saving money with welding? Have I got the project for you? The rabbits around here will just decimate our garden if we don't put a fence up every year. These fence posts work great, except sometimes this bottom stabilizer piece will fall off when you pull the posts out of the ground at the end of the year. New ones are $1 to $5 depending on where you shop, but you also have to drive to the store to buy them, and it's wasteful to be just chucking these things. So let's see if we can use the MIG welder to fix them. First I'll use an angle grinder with a wire brush attachment to clean up the post and the piece that broke off. Now I'll measure the thickness of the metal with the caliper. So our material was about 0.075, which is 14 gauge, which would put us at H7. Yeah. I'll just do plug welds here and here, basically filling up these two holes. The guy seriously just went past this house on a 25-mile-per-hour road at, I don't know, 35, 40. That's ridiculous. Kids are playing around here. I'm an old man now. That is extremely solid. Just kidding. Maybe the problem is that these indentations don't give enough material to weld to through those holes. So I'll try drilling some new holes in this. That will be up against the flat surface of this backer, and it shouldn't be quite so far for the weld to have to reach. So I drilled some new plug holes. And I cleaned everything up. I forgot to do this in the first step. Might have affected the weld. And now I'll weld it again. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. I think I could just leave it like this, but while I'm here, I might as well add a couple more welds to the top and the bottom here. That's pretty good. In theory, adding welds here could trap water and keep it from being able to seep out of the bottom. I don't see it being a huge problem. It's surrounded by wet earth no matter what, but by leaving that gap in the middle, hopefully water can still escape in theory. Because I lost one of these pieces in the ground, I'm next gonna trace this onto this piece of 16 gauge steel, and I'll cut out a new one. I don't know if this is on purpose, but clearly this isn't some super symmetrical design, so I'm not gonna worry too much about making mine super precise. Those plugs didn't work at all. In retrospect, I think those plug welds didn't work because the holes just weren't big enough. Gotta either drill them out or weld on the back. Or both, like I'm doing here. Now we'll paint the exposed metal on the fence posts. The color doesn't really matter, so I'll just use an old can of spray paint. I'll let the paint dry for a day or two. And now I can pound the posts into the ground. And they work. Not a huge surprise at this point, but I'm still glad they didn't disintegrate or something.
What are you doing, Daddy?
I'm hammering in these stakes.
Stakes?
Yep.
Why?
Because we're gonna put up a rabbit-proof fence.
Why, Dad?
Because the rabbits like our beans, but they can't control themselves. They eat them all. Eat all the beans.
Oh.
They can have some beans, but not all of them.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe I put them in backwards. Crap. Yeah. This fix only used stuff I already had, so it cost basically nothing. Being generous to our formula for Project 600, we saved $5 per post, which puts us at $35 saved so far. I'll take it. If you want to see more from my experiments to save money welding, I'll include a playlist for that below. If you like this type of thing, please consider subscribing. And as always, if you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to leave them in the comments on YouTube. I try to respond to everyone who stops by. It still takes me a little while, but I'll get there. Thanks for watching.